Okay everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to change a tail light in my 2008 Dodge Ram 1500. I noticed the other day while I was driving that my left turn signal started blinking rapidly. I'll show you. The first couple blinks will be normal and then it'll go to a rapid blinking. And I confirmed that my driver's side tail light and turn signal light is out. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to remedy that problem. Just a couple of screws that hold in the tail light cover, and we'll get to the bulb. So first I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the battery, and then we'll go around to the rear of the truck and start working on the light. Be right back. Alright, I've got the negative battery cable disconnected. I'm ready to go ahead and remove the driver's side tail light cover. And it's this upper lamp that's bad. That's the brake / turn signal lamp. So first thing we need to do is remove these two torx T25 screws. You can see it's sort of a star pattern there. It's a torx screw. There's two of those, one at the top and one at the bottom. We need to back those out, and then we should be able to remove the plastic lens. So let me get those screws removed and we'll move along. Alright folks, I've got the two torx screws removed. Now, this next part was a little bit tricky. I've already popped the lens loose, but when you remove the screws, it's going to be loose on this side, but the back side is going to be stuck. You see these two tabs in the sheet metal here, and here. There are some posts on the back of the lens with a plastic collar that goes around them. That plastic collar wedges them tight in here, and so when you first remove the screws, this thing's going to want to just rock on the outside. It's going to go like this. I had to pull pretty hard to the point where I was afraid I was going to break something, but I pulled straight back this way. Don't pull at an angle, but pull straight back, and eventually it's going to pop loose. It scared me when it popped because I thought it snapped something, but it looks like to put things back in, you can take these collars off, push them back in the hole, and then when you push the metal post through, it's going to kind of cinch it tight. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So anyway, now that we've got things removed, we can go ahead and work on replacing the lamp. So we've got a connector here. I need to figure out how that snaps loose first, and then I'll show you how to remove the lamp. I'll be right back. Alright, we're ready to disconnect the connector. I don't know how well this is going to show in the video, but there's a tab here that locks behind this part of the lamp connector. You kind of have to push on the outside of it with your fingernail, and you'll hear a click. I don't know if you heard that, but it's loose now. Don't be an idiot like me. I took a screwdriver and pushed down on the inside there that looked like where I was supposed to press down, and actually snapped the connector off the other side of it. I snapped that plastic tab off the other side of the connector, so don't do that. If you break both of them off, then you're really relying on friction just to hold this thing together. So only push down right here on the outside, and this will come out. Alright, now that that's loose, this housing should rotate, and right there you'll see where it says remove with an arrow pointing that way. So we need to rotate this. I may need two hands to do this, but that's the general idea, is rotate it counterclockwise. So let me set the camera down for just a moment and I'll work on that. Alright, that took a little bit of force to do, but I was able to rotate this. Now we can pull it out, and there's our bulb. To remove this, looks like it should just pull out. Once again, probably need two hands to do that, but let me get this one out and get the new bulb ready, and we'll reassemble everything. Alright, so I was correct. The old bulb just pulls straight out. A little bit more force than that, but it's not hard to do. I've got my new one here. Should push straight in. There we go. And we're ready to reinsert this. Pay attention to the, call them ears, on the perimeter of the lamp housing, because they're different sizes, and as you can see, they correspond to the knockouts or the leave outs here. So we will need to orient it properly to put it back in. I think that's the correct direction. There, push down in, and now we got to rotate it clockwise again to lock it in place. There, it's locked now. So we're ready to put the connector back together and then reassemble everything. Let me get this connection made up and we'll put the lens back in the truck. Alright, I've got the connection made up again. I've got those two plastic collars reinserted. I think I may have actually broken those when I pulled them out, but I've got them pushed back in there. At least these posts will help keep everything aligned. So now we need to put the lens back in place and get those posts to seat in those holes. First one's in. Sorry, you probably can't see this, but there you go. Need to push. There we go. Well, looks like those tabs are pretty much shot, so that's just going to be an alignment thing at this point. So the screws are basically going to be the only thing that's holding my lens in place. I don't know if I can get replacement plastic tabs or not, but oh well, the screws should hold. So let me get the screws put back in and we'll call this project done. Alright, so as you can see, I got the screws back in. I've tested the lamp and it's working now. So my project's complete. Because my lens was a little bit wobbly because those plastic connectors broke, I ended up taking some electrical tape. I wrapped it around those two metal studs that pushed into those connectors, and that kind of made them tight enough for the time being until I can find where to buy those two plastic connectors. If I figure that out, I'll post a link to that in this video, but at least you can learn from my mistakes. So try to be as gentle as you can when pulling the lens out so that those connectors don't break. Alright, well folks, it's a couple days after I changed the bulb, and I just wasn't satisfied with having to temporarily wrap the studs, mounting studs, with electrical tape. So I went online and I was actually able to find the plastic grommets that I need to secure the mounting studs in the body of the truck. I went on Amazon and found them. I think I paid $15 for a box of 25, so I've got plenty of spares now for future replacements. You know, it's not super cheap, but it looked like if I went to the dealer I was going to pay $4 or $5 a piece for these things. So in the long run, this is going to be a much better way to go. I will try to remember to post the link on where I found these in the information tab for this video, so that if you need these yourself, you can purchase them online. So I've gone ahead and removed the taillight again, and I was actually surprised. The electrical tape actually worked as a pretty good temporary fix for holding these mounting studs in. The lens wasn't rattling at all since I've been driving the last few days, and it actually required a little bit of force to remove it. So in a bind you can do the same thing. You can kind of see what I did. I just wrapped, see if I can get this to focus, wrap the electrical tape around and then shove the grommet back over it, and or actually just wrap the tape around the stud and then put the grommets back in their holes. And when I pushed the lens in, it held pretty well. So it's a good temporary repair, but I wasn't satisfied with that as being the permanent fix. So anyway, all we need to do now is take these grommets. You can see I've already put the upper one in, and we don't use this one, we use the lower hole. We just need to push the grommet straight in and you'll hear it click like that. And now we're ready to go. So let me remove the old grommets off and we'll push the lens back into place and wrap this up. Alright, I've got the electrical tape and the old grommets removed. Both new grommets snapped into place, and we're ready to put the lens back in. Be careful not to bind the wiring as you go in, and just guide the two mounting studs into the grommets. I've got the lower one engaged now. Just need to get that upper one right there. I don't know if I can do this with one hand or not, but we just need to push this back in with some force. There we go. Once you hear it click, you know it's in there good. And I just need to put the two T25 torx screws back in the side by the tailgate, and this project is done. Let me take care of that and we'll wrap it up. Alright, so I've got the screws in, and once again this project is 100% complete now, no temporary repair anymore. So I hope this has been helpful. It'll give you a little bit of an idea of what to expect. If you're doing this for the first time, I would recommend go ahead and purchasing the plastic grommets ahead of time, just so you'll have them on hand in case yours do break like mine did when you removed the lens. If you don't end up getting them, you can always do what I did, like with the electrical tape, to have a somewhat temporary repair. I guess you could leave it that way for a while if you choose to, but for a few bucks you can go ahead and do it the correct way. So anyhow, I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for watching, and good luck.